Yeah, and it goes nothing. Hey, you're trying to make something, I guess you can call it magic.
When you see me, if you see me, this is my thing. Bang, this is called the Vik Bang, right? Most people do this and they explode out. But I'm like, explode out, let's bring it back together. It's time to bring it back together. So when you see me, it's gonna be like that. If you don't have to agree with everything I'm saying, but if you feel where I'm coming from and you're like, okay, I'm not trying to harm you, I'm only trying to do good in this world. I want to be an example of that, because I believe John 14:12. Not that I can do better than the man, but it's like, that gives you something to shoot for. What are you shooting for? You want to make the most money and die the richest man in the world? That's cool, you could do that. But how much fulfillment is in that? Who says money is how we keep score? Who said that? What rule book are you playing by? In summary, I can explain it to you, but I can't understand it to you. Can't understand it for you. And when you think about God, think about intelligence. Think about the thing that can make that. This will never be seen by this animal. This will never be seen by that animal. But that shape is in the universe. That shape is constant. There are there's sacred geometry. So where does that come from? Does it come by chance? Some scientists will say that, but they have no experience of anything other than just random. Everything is random to them. A hurricane is random, but there's organization there as well. And they look at nature and they say, well, look at the stuff that nature does. But who created nature? God created nature. God creates things like this for it to experience, because the snail's never going to see this. The snail's not going to appreciate this. The urchin is not going to appreciate this, but we can. Why? Because we are more than our bodies. Now, if you don't believe me, just look at the brain games that they do where they say, I'm going to show you an illusion. You're going to know it's an illusion, and you're not going to be able to stop your brain from being tricked. Why is that? Because you are not your brain. It's very simple, but people look at it like, oh, that's so crazy. But to me, it's like, duh. But anyway, I am going to catalog this stuff and try to organize it. And at the end of the day, my battery's running low. What I plan on doing with my life going forward is to take this show on the road, to have a tour where we're having these conversations in your community, talking to you face to face, interacting with you, trying to see what can be done to make this world better, to unify us, to have a different consciousness for ourselves and for the planet. That's ultimately what I want to do. And I think one way we can do that is through creativity, through imagination. We've kind of become stagnant in our imagination, and we become bean counters. And life is more than counting beans. Life is more than money. Life is more than paying bills. There's more to life than that. There's more enjoyment than that. There's more fulfillment than that. But we have to start stepping out of the box and look at ways that we can take care of our needs, but also take care of our spirituality and our fun and our enjoyment of life. Because it's not about how much money you can make before you die. It's not about how much bills you can make before you die. It's about how much experience, how much joy you can give to others and receive. Because when you give, you're going to get more. See, that's the key. So I want to give everything that I have. I've given everything that I have. When I went to Miami and talked to this homeless guy who freestyled, I gave him money, and I gave him more money. And he used that money supposedly to get a hotel room. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. It didn't matter. The intent was that the money that I gave him was out of my heart to help him. I didn't want anything from him, and he saw that and he felt that. Maybe that saved his life. Maybe him sleeping in that hotel saved him sleeping on the floor or on the ground. Who knows? The bottom line is the intent is what counts. My intent is to help you, to help yourself, is to show you an example of someone who is willing to go against the world for good, for truth, and is willing to risk it all, put his neck on the line to put this information out there, hopefully to help you and to heal the world. Because look at where we are now. We're warring. It's not working. It's not working. We're going to keep fighting each other. It's not working. We need to try something different. We need to try a new approach. I want to be the one that discusses that new approach. I want to get that conversation started. Not that I have all the answers. People are going to figure the answers out smarter than me, that have more experience in the avenues that I don't. But we need to get these people together and get them the tools they need and get them the right direction. And that's what I want to do. And it starts off with imagination and creativity and fun, because that's what this is really about. We've been given everything that we need on this planet. We've divvied it up and divided it up so that we have competition, so that some people can have more than others. And it's not fair. And you know it's not fair. There's a party that says it's not fair. So why don't we change that? Who are we waiting to change it? Who are we waiting to come save us? No one's going to save us. We got ourselves into this mess and we can get ourselves out. So my message is, let's start working on the solutions.